welcome to my channel. East Florida Explorer here, and happy Cemetery Sunday. This Sunday I'm at a brand new cemetery I've never been to before in Satsuma, Florida, Putnam County, at the Satsuma Cemetery. Way up on this hill here in a beautiful area. We're right along the old Highway 17 and the old railroad tracks right behind me. And I pulled in, looked around the cemetery real quick. There are so many graves, and the headstone are pieces of wood from long ago. Lots of graves way out in the woods that look old, forgotten. We're gonna check those out. Join me on the Cemetery Sunday. And the first tombstone I'm coming to, it's a little one. Nancy E. Reagan, March 24th, 1854, November 10th, 1924. And this cemetery seems to have lots of Confederate graves from long ago. Here is John H. Reagan. He was in the CSA December 18th, 1845, and passed away January 14th, 1910. And I was talking about all the wooden tombstones here. The headstones, just rows all over, and they're just wood, no names, just wooden markers now. Quite a few graves in here with old Florida shells, conchs. And this grave is of Mabel Maud Reagan, born 7/12 1840 and died 3/2 1930. Well, that was really difficult to read. It's like handwritten, old. A few baby graves here of baby Wells, aged, I believe, 18 months. And Tommy Carolyn Douglas, 1932. From January to July. I love the 1920s graves, the headstones. They always have a nice design. brother, Henry W. Chalfinch Jr., 1872 to 1922. Gone, but not forgotten. This one right here catching my eye looks so old. Does it say Willie Baker, born in the early 1800s and died February 6, 1886. Wow. 1886, that would be the oldest one so far. Mary J. Baker, 1858 to 1929. And Elizabeth B. Cato, 1878 to 1953. My trust is in God. And the wooden headstones keep going as well. There are so many of those. So many old graves here in this cemetery. See if we can read this one. Oh, it's so hard to read the name. I see that they passed away in 1890, right at the bottom. And another one that's very hard to read as well. M.J. Henson. And she passed away September 1890 as well. These little headstones, so hard to read. They definitely seem very old. There are so many beautiful and different, unique headstones in the cemetery here. Here in Satsuma. Very nice. Definitely on the list of one of my favorites I visited now. And this grave says, M.J. Baker, born December 1864 and passed away September 4th, 1881. Also, W.E. Baker, born in 1872 and passed away in 1878. So very old, late 1800s. More Confederate graves here. This one would be of M.R.D. Baker. And he definitely was in the CSA. Wow, this one was calling me over. Look at this beautiful one here. FLT with the chains. Wonder what that means. Reese Rollins, July 7th, 1874 to June 7th, 1899. Gone, but not forgotten. And here is a grave I've never seen before. It says they were in the Mexican War. Dean could be for Joseph or Josiah. COC Palmetto could be South Carolina Infantry, the Mexican War. Not too sure. It does have a Confederate flag. That is neat. Now I'm going to take a walk further into the cemetery back here. And all of these woods are more tombstones. Known only to God. Must be a unknown grave right there. Let's walk back here and see underneath the tree canopy. And that one is more of a newer grave. Oh, I see there's a lot of unmarked kind of headstones in here. Somebody told me at one time this cemetery was abandoned and overgrown. They might have been talking about this area back here in the woods. Look at that. Grand tombstone for the Cardell family. Elis Cadwell Cardell. Born in 1811 and passed away in 1904. Wow, there is one way back here. Let's go to that one. Could barely see him back here. And it's a good thing this place is still here, still saved. I've been to a few cemeteries that were like this, really overgrown, like you're walking through the woods looking at graves. Look at that, even with a footstone. This would be the grave of Lavinia Washburn, 1862 to 1933. Stop turning my camera. That's weird. It's turning my camera a little on me. And there's the back fence, so that's the back of the cemetery. I'm gonna keep my eyes open now and see any more back here in the very back. Found some more. A couple little areas over here. This is neat, and they're all in their own little old iron fences, old family plots here. We'll go around to the front gate of this one. It has a Confederate flag. Ooh, the ground is soft. Curtis B. Martin, born July 18th, 1828, and passed away June 1900. Oh, a bigger family plot over here. Go over to the entrance. Oh, so overgrown. So overgrown in here. Looks like it said Eon. August 1840 to June 1900 again. Another 1900. It's just like the last one. There's a little grave right behind him with a lamb on the top. Pretty much unreadable. Oh shoot. Looks like the last name was Hardin and they died in 1909. Very hard to read, that one. Whoa, this spot looks creepy over here. Creepy. Let's check a couple of these out. Laura B. D. Nazier, 1885 to 1965. That one almost looks blank. Wow, maybe it's on the other side. Claire H. Bray, 1890 to 1973. That's 73. That's not really too old. Although it looks extremely old back here and forgotten about. And there's little tiny stones. Oh, this one's from 1989. Jules D. Nizier. Really not that long ago. Somebody should come clean it up here. And Clifton W. Loveland. He was born March 1872, passed away March 1938. And I believe that's it. I don't see any more graves out here in the woods. Yeah, I think that was about it. Wow, that was very neat. Really interesting. All the graves that are in the woods out here. And then you have a bunch of graves in that part of the cemetery. Interesting cemetery. Very neat. Lots of historic old graves. Lots of Confederate soldier graves. Beautiful place. Well, thanks for joining me here at the Satsuma Cemetery, Putnam County, Florida. Satsuma. See you guys.